Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another session of Trivs at Home. My name is Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf, and it is a pleasure to have you all here for another exciting night of trivia. We have got a cartoons and animations theme going on tonight, but in particular on 4 particular shows. They are Rick and Morty, Futurama, Bojack Horseman, and Adventure Time. So Rick and Morty was actually a request from somebody, which I've finally got around to. So New Music Inferno, I believe it was you. There you go. And Belinda and Charlie over on the Facebook feed, welcome. Good to see you guys in. We're doing some Trivs at Home. So if you guys are bored and want to kill about an hour and a half's time, then this is what you can do. It's something fun, it's something easy, it's a little bit of interaction, which is great. You get to meet people. Who knows who we're going to meet in the chat when we do this? We always get exciting people in here. We get regulars, we get new people. It's always great to meet new people. So I always encourage everyone to get amongst it. And if you have any friends or family or maybe acquaintances that you think would also appreciate this is all public, so it's on my Twitch feed, it's on my YouTube, it's on my Facebook page, and I believe even on Periscope as well, which I'm trying tonight. So yeah, if you guys feel free to share it if people want to get involved, because it's very simple. You just submit your answers online. There's a online form link that I've posted into the actual video descriptions or the titles, and I can also put them in the chat windows as well, and that's how you guys are going to be answering the questions. So it's very simple, very cool, very straightforward. But again, welcome to all of you here, especially first timers, and for those who are regulars, welcome back. It's a pleasure to see you all again. Very excited to announce that Risa Mei is going to be performing again tonight for you guys. So woo, see, that was on cue. That was her right there. But yeah, so she's going to be performing live for you guys tonight towards the end of the trivia, so get excited and look forward to that. So that's great stuff. So how's everyone's week going? You guys had an exciting week? Everyone's been well, been great, kept healthy, kept entertained and not bored out of their minds? At least I hope not. At least I hope not. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are doing okay. Now let me just check that everything on, I guess, each end of that I'm streaming it to is updated correctly, and it's not going to be overriding with duplicates or echoing or any of that stuff. New Music Inferno, there you are, mate. Good to see you and a pleasure, and thank you for hosting me, mate. Hopefully we get some new people here. We've got some Rick and Morty, which was your request, actually, so this one's for you. Curfew's fantastic, says Travis over in the Facebook chat. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear you're enjoying it. Make the most of the curfew. I mean, heck, it is a tricky situation, and it's something that we're not, I guess, used to. But, I mean, it's all about trying to make the most of the situation that you're in. I mean, yeah, it's not the best, but hey, you got to make the most of the situation, alright? So this is what we're doing. I've decided to do these trivia sessions to help me out and to help you guys out. It gets me excited and entertained because I get to put these together for you all, and you guys get to be entertained. And Travis says, LOL, no. He's hating it. I know. We are secretly hating it, but we're making do. I know you're hanging in there just like the rest of us, so we get to do this. Alright, so we get to do this twice a week, which is exciting. Something to look forward to on the regular. Malcolm Metallic, welcome over on the Facebook chat there. Good to see you. It's a pleasure as always. We're doing some animation cartoons for tonight, or today, depending on where you're watching this from. I know I have viewers over in Melbourne, Australia, which is my hometown. And that's just after midday now, so I guess good lunchtime, good noon. I don't know how to work. I guess it's good afternoon. It's technically it's like 1 minute over, or even 1 second over, so it's good afternoon. And even if there's anyone in Japan that have some friends over there watching, that will be a good morning. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night. But no, I'll say that part at the end when I leave. Don't want to say that now. We're just starting. We're just getting into it, guys. So it's very exciting. We've got everything warmed up. Risa's done a sound check, which is great. She's actually going to be playing her keyboard and everything live for you guys. So it's not actually a track. She's playing it live, so that's exciting. I've got my peanut butter whiskey drink here again. So cheers to anyone who's drinking. And that just means drinking in general. It doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. It could be a tea, a coffee, a water, a juice, another alcoholic beverage. Whatever you guys feel like. I was just saying cheers because why not? That's what we do. We cheers to each other. Swagger Stronger than I. Hello over in Twitch. Welcome. Welcome. We're doing some trivia. I hope you are excited to play. It's very easy and straightforward. You submit your answers to an online form, which I can copy into the chat for you. It's very simple and straightforward. All the questions will be appearing on the screen, and I'll also be reading them as well. So we're doing a animations and cartoons theme, particularly around Rick and Morty. Bojack Horseman, Futurama, and Adventure Time. So it's going to be questions ranging from all 4 of those shows throughout the entire trivia, which is exciting. So good to have you here, Swag Astronomer. Appreciate you being here. And if you do end up liking this trivia, feel free to give us a follow over on Twitch, because I do this twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays at the same time each and every week. And we always change up the trivia theme too. Now, for those who have never played before, we get into the how to play options, which is this lovely text demonstration on the screen here. So I encourage team or solo play, so regardless of who you're with, where you are. If you're sitting at home alone, or if you live by yourself, that's totally fine. This is to keep you entertained for the next hour and a half to maybe 2 hours. Or if you actually can put a team together. Maybe you've got some family with you. You live with some friends or some work acquaintances. Or maybe you're at work right now and you can get them involved. Or maybe you're out at the cafe and you can just throw it up on their, like a Chromecast to their TV, and everyone in that cafe or whatever it is that you're in can play along as well, so you can get a team together. Or you can actually Zoom or Skype some friends at the same time, and that way you can just join together and boom, make a team that way. Now, I encourage some sort of team name for either yourself or your team, which you can submit when you're submitting your answers to me through the online forms. I like reading them out. I like seeing what you guys come up with. I love the creativity. I like puns, by the way, so if you want to impress your host, go with a pun. Something punny. Punny is great, and dad jokes. I'm into the horrible, easy dad jokes. That's what I like. I just love jokes, and I love puns, so go for it. So we have 4 rounds of trivia tonight. They are based around 4 different TV shows or animated shows. However, it's not one show per round. They're all included in each of the rounds. That's right. So it's not just one per round. It's all included in each round, which is great. A bit of a mix-up. We have 10 questions per round, 1 point per correct answer. You don't lose any points for any incorrect answers, so even if you don't know the answer to something, have a guess, because you never know, you might get it correct. And no points lost for any incorrect answers, so yeah, obviously have a guess. Don't worry about maybe potentially getting something wrong. Have a crack anyway. Rock Ultra! Hello, good sir. Good to see you over on Twitch, mate. Pleasure as always to have you here. It's so in the... Oh, it's in the... So what in the UK? It says it's so in the UK. I don't know what's so in the UK, but I believe you're so in the UK. But good to see you, mate. Welcome. Now, there will be breaks between each round, and before we go into breaks, there will be a question repeat section. So don't stress if during the round that you maybe missed something or you had to duck away from something. There'll be a question repeat section at the end of each round, so you can double check your answers before submitting them. Now, at the end of each round, you will be submitting your answers to me either through the Facebook Messenger option if you're watching this on Facebook, or on any of the other platforms like Twitch or YouTube or Periscope. Use the online form link that I've got on there. And the way it works, you just enter your team name, choose the round number you're submitting answers for, enter the corresponding answers in the question numbers, which is all in the form, and then click on submit form at the bottom. Now, I will say, if you're using the online form, before you do click submit, make a copy of your answers, because once you submit them to me, they are gone from you and they are over to me. So you need to make a copy of them, because you guys will be self-scoring. At the very end of the entire trivia, I'll be double checking to make sure everything adds up, but you guys will be self-scoring in the meantime. So make copies of your answers before submitting them using the online form. Now, I don't encourage answers in the comments. No spoilers, guys, but what I do encourage is joke answers. By all means, have a laugh, engage with one another, engage with me, and I'll read them out for everyone to enjoy and appreciate as well. We always get quite a few people throwing in some joke answers, and everyone gets a good laugh, and sometimes I even reward points for them. Because if people actually are like, you know what, that was funny, give that person a point, that made me laugh, and I usually put it out to you guys, so it's always great stuff. Rock Ultra says, it's 37 degrees tomorrow where I am, and bear in mind it's never hit 40 in the UK. That is crazy. We've actually had a couple of 37 days in a row here, but it's starting to cool down a bit now. We're in probably the 30s and maybe even to the 28s over the weekend, but I think it goes back up to like 32, 33. But yeah, we've had some scorches over here the last couple of weeks, actually, to be honest. It's crazy. But yeah, well, currently 23 at 3 a.m. Yeah, I remember those hot nights, dude. It's like, literally in the summers, there will be hotter evenings than actual full days in, like, winter. It's just, like, mind-blowing how that works. I mean, it's cool, but, I mean, it's not cool. Obviously, it's hot. But, hey, see? Puns! Puns! I told you, that's what I like, puns! But yes, well, hopefully you can, if you got windows open, or maybe you got some AC at your place, that always helps and works well, so hopefully that ends up working well for you. And what else we got? Yeah, so use a pen and paper and note-taking app device to keep track of your answers, especially if you're using the online form. Found this little feature on the light display thing behind me. Normally I choose the colors myself, but there's a thing that it just rotates between the two of them every few seconds. So I'm just going to have that going on for a little while, and hopefully that kind of looks cool. So that way the background always changes. And of course, we've always got the little cool logo down here again, my new logo thanks to Risa, which is super cool and awesome, and I love it, and it's colorful, and it's fully engages everything that this Trivs At Home is about. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's how everything looks. So with that in mind, we can take the rules off the screen, and we're about to launch into the round 1 screen. Now, that's going to throw a little bit different, and I'll explain how that works, because I think we do have a few new people here tonight, or today, that have never played before, which is always great. I appreciate that. So let's have a look. You bring it over, and I didn't mute myself, which is great. That's always a good sign. Now, this is how the first round's going to look. We've got the round numbers up here, including the theme. So this is another hidden word round. So for those who are familiar with previous trivia sessions that I've done, the hidden word, the way this works is that each of the questions that you answer, so the 10 questions, the first letter of each answer, when you spell it down, is going to spell a word. So technically, in this round, there's 10 questions plus a bonus question. Now, even on the online form, there is a section to enter the bonus question answer. So I've accounted for that. For those who are doing the Facebook option, you just write it down and screenshot to me or send it to me through a text form normally anyway. So it's a chance to get an extra bonus point if you get the bonus word by spelling out the first letter of each of the answers to this round's question only. Alright, so again, don't put answers in the comments unless they're joke answers and a little bit of funny. We've got Puns and Buns. Is that your team name, New Music Inferno? That's a great name. I like it. I don't know how it relates to the cartoons and animation, but Puns and Buns is great. I do like that. That's fantastic. AC in UK houses is very rare. My friend usually, it's too cold over here, so it's mainly heating. Oh, that's a good point. I guess if, like, it doesn't usually get that hot, it probably wouldn't be very popular in regards to having AC and stuff. Well, I hope you're hanging in there, mate. I have a friend over in the UK who actually bought a bucket and just fills it with cold water and sits there with his feet in it, and that's how he cools down. So he does that when he's gaming, or when he's watching shows, or working on music, because he's a singer, songwriter, voice actor as well. But yeah, that's what he does. He just puts his feet in a bucket of cold water, and that's what keeps him cool. So I don't know if you already know that. Maybe it's a UK thing. It's the first time I've heard of someone doing that. It just seems simple and genius. But there you go. There's an option for you. We have Team Rick and Bender's Great Drinking Team. Look at that. We've already got team names coming in already. Now, don't stress. You can submit them to me when you submit your answers. Some like doing it in the comments. If you want to put them in the comments, that's totally fine, and you guys are welcome to do that. I encourage it. But you can also just submit them when you submit your answers to me. So that's A-okay as well, guys. So do not fret. That is okay. Now, everything should be good. So what we're going to do, as I mentioned, this is the round 1 screen. The questions are going to pop up in this little blue bar down here. So you're going to have visual as well as audio with me reading them out to you. Alright, so that's how this works. So, as I mentioned, this is the hidden word. So keep track of all your answers, obviously, because it's going to be a hidden word spelled by the first letter of each answer that you give for this round for a bonus question at the end, which is pretty much what is the hidden word. Alright, so without further ado, ladies and gents, let's get into the trivia. And you know what else I've done to make it easy for you? Check this out. I've actually included the name of the show that each question is about. Except for the final round. Except for the confidence round. But I'll explain how that works when we get to it. But what I've done to make it easy for those who may be a little bit unfamiliar with the shows, or have only seen a few of them, I've actually included which show the question is referencing to for this particular question. So, the first one here is a Rick and Morty question. Alright? Rockgold just says, I've tried to do that a lot of the time. Also, have you gone? Looks like it. And you still use your gimbal while on Steam. I think it's just the camera angle. I tend to change it and all the rest of it, so it just depends on how we have it set up. Sometimes I get a really good angle on it and it sits perfectly with the TV and the balance and stuff. Sometimes it angles down so it looks like I'm shorter, but yeah, maybe I've grown. I don't know. Unless you mean as in size-wise, as in like training-wise, in which case, I don't know. I haven't trained too much this week. Julie Ritalig and Tony Marco on the Facebook feed, welcome. We've just started question number 1 here. And I'm also Swag Astronomer, so I'm broadcasting this on multiple platforms. So obviously on Twitch, where you're watching it right now. I'm also broadcasting it on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope. So that way I'm reaching more people and more people can play and get involved. So if you're watching this on Twitch, that's totally fine. You don't need to worry about the others who are streaming, watching it on different platforms. I'm just letting people know that we're streaming to different platforms, so I'm engaging with people because I've got the comments all joined in together on the chat integration thanks to Restream, which is what I'm using through this OBS software, and I've also got the Facebook chat window open, so that way when people join, I can actually welcome them. So that's how it works. And hello, Mother, good to see you. But yes, so that's why Swag Astronomer, I'll occasionally do a shout out to someone on Facebook, or shout out to someone on YouTube, and also to, like yourself, on Twitch, because it's a multiple platform, and that's where they're logging in from. So yeah, so question number 1, guys, here we go. It's from Rick and Morty. What is the name of the park that Rick builds inside an Australian homeless man? What? Yeah, that's right. If you don't know anything about Rick and Morty, this question probably feels a little bit weird. But if you do know Rick and Morty, this would totally make sense to, like, the adventures and things that they get up to. So question number 1. What is the name of the park that Rick builds inside an Australian homeless man? Question number 1 here. Now, we do have... round number 1 is always a normal text-based round. Round 2 is multiple choice. So that way they're a little bit of an easier round, and that way you can guess whatever the answer is, because they're somewhere on the screen, based on multiple choice. And round 3 is always a picture round. So we kind of mix it up in the kind of rounds that we go with here, to make it a little more engaging, a little more fun, a little more exciting. So that's what we do here. So we start off with a normal text round to just warm up, and then we get into the fun stuff. I mean, it's always fun, but we get into more fun stuff. Different kinds of fun stuff. Alright, let's move on to the next question now. From Futurama, in what year was Fri born? In what year was Fri born? In what year was Fri born? I loved Futurama, and I remember I used to watch it on like Fox 8 when I had Foxtel back home in Australia, and absolutely loved it. Creators from The Simpsons actually made the show. I'm shattered that they didn't have as many seasons, or it didn't end up continuing, but it was a great show, and I remember I binged it maybe a few years ago, and it was so good. I'm thinking of re-binging it, considering, you know, we have all this time on our hands with being at home and stuff. What's the last show that you guys have all been binging since, I guess, now? So this week, was there any show that you were particularly binging? Any binge-worthy shows that you guys are binging? I think my brother Travis was mentioning earlier in a chat with him that the new Hannibal series on Netflix, well, maybe not new, but I know there's maybe 2-3 seasons of it, but he's been watching that. Parks and Rec, New Music Inferno. I need to actually binge that. I said I was going to do it when I finished The Office, and I got distracted because Avatar: The Last Airbender came up, and I went and watched that instead. So I need to get into Parks and Rec. I need to start that. I do need to check that one out. I do want to check out the Hannibal show. Risa and I actually just started watching Umbrella Academy, because they have a season 2 now, and we're giving that a go. Oh, there you go, Trav. And Umbrella Academy, just as I said that. Fantastic. Yeah, we just started. We're only 3 episodes in, so, like, we haven't done too much of it. Prison Break is on Netflix again? Oh my god, I loved that show when it came out. That was just, like, so cool. I absolutely loved it. I still rate it highly. I absolutely loved that show. I was a big fan of Prison Break. I did not know that was back on Netflix. I may add that to my watch list. Although you're in the UK, so maybe we don't have it here in the US. I'll have to check and see if it's also... because I know they change shows depending on what country you're in too, which is tricky. Alright, question number 3 now. Keep answering those binge show questions. I'll keep moving the trivia along as well. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. Bojack Horseman question now. In the first scene of episode 1, Bojack is being interviewed about the success of the show Horsin' Around. Bojack says it's not what? It's not what? So that's what we're looking for here. It's not what? Now I'm just going to make sure I've got everything up on my phone for when I do need it. And thank you, Travis. I am a good man. I'm glad you noticed that. Appreciate that. And you're totally not biased because we're related. Not at all. Now it's not what? It's only one word. It's only one word, so you don't need to like look into crazy answers. It's only one word. Yeah, I was potentially considering a VPN. I know the antivirus that I have has its own VPN, but I don't think it works for Netflix. So yeah, I was potentially considering a VPN, but at the moment, I'll wait and see if I really need it. But I do appreciate the heads up on that rock culture. I do know that there are some of the VPNs that are actually able to get past good old Netflix and the other ones. Yeah, Bojack Horseman in the first scene of episode 1, and Tomomi, welcome over on Facebook. Here for a trivia. Get amongst it. Have fun with us. Join us. First scene of episode 1, Bojack. He's been interviewed by the success of the show, Horse It Around. Bojack says it's not what. It is a one-word answer. Question 4 now. Another Bojack Horseman question. Who was Princess Caroline's boss when she worked at Vega? You know what's interesting about this hidden word round is that, first off, I have to find a 10-letter word that I want to include and make for the hidden word. And then second, depending on the theme of the round, obviously, I need to find questions that have answers that start with the particular letters for that hidden word. And I actually started off really well. I got like 4 or 5 super quick, and then it took me ages to get the last 3 for like 3 of the letters in this hidden word. It took me ages to find questions that were relevant that had to start with the particular letters for this hidden word. And I was like, dang, I thought this was going to be easier than I thought. Because last time I did it, it was crazy, easy. And yeah, it was just interesting that it took like ages for me to find the last 3 questions to make this hidden word, and the questions relate to obviously the theme, which is these 4 shows. Prison Break is not on the United States Netflix. That is upsetting. You know what? I think I may actually have it somewhere on my computer from like DVDs years ago, because I remember I had that on DVD as well. That's how much I was into that show. Never watched Bojack? You want to know a secret? Neither have I. Not yet. And I've seen probably about 1 episode of Adventure Time. The only shows I have actually watched in these 2 are Rick and Morty and Futurama. So there we go. Fun fact about that. And I'm still doing trivia on it because I can. And it's for you guys. So yeah, who was Princess Caroline's boss when she worked at Vega? Number 5. In Futurama, what does Dr. Zoidberg trade all his stock in Planet Express for? What does Dr. Zoidberg trade all his stock in Planet Express for? Doc Ultra says, Surfshark is a good VPN. A traveling couple on YouTube use it, and they advertise it on their channel, and you can access Netflix on it, and it's very cheap. Good to know. Surfshark, look at that. I'm dropping VPN recommendations in my trivia. Maybe they should start sponsoring me. Surfshark, hint, hint. Get on it, Surfshark. Come on, sponsor me. Loving it. Good times. They are traveling the whole of the USA. They're even doing it now? Like, how are they managing to travel because of all... Oh, I guess the US is not really closing down its borders and stuff. Internationally, sort of, yes. But once you're in here, you can just pretty much go wherever you want, which is kind of scary. Number 6 now. An Adventure Time question. Finn has one overwhelming fear. What is it? Finn has one overwhelming fear. What is it? Overwhelming fear. Craziness. Finn has one overwhelming fear. What is it? Maybe if you don't know, have a guess. Think of fears. Think of what you could have a fear of, which theoretically is a lot of stuff, but you could try and have a guess. As I say, I encourage guessing. You never know, you might get lucky. Get that point. And you're not going to lose points for it, so... have a crack at it, guys. Have a crack. Have a go. Number 7, Rick and Morty now. What does Wubba Lubba Dub Dub mean? What does Wubba Lubba Dub Dub mean? You know what? When I was watched like all Rick and Morty, and I didn't actually know what this meant. I know when it's a phrase that's said often, but I didn't actually know the meaning behind it. So interesting, this one. Very interesting. What does Wubba Lubba Dub Dub mean? That's right. You know what it means. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. interesting. I just noticed that I'm on Periscope, and I can get that in. That's rad. Oh, there we go. First time on Periscope. Great stuff. And it's sitting there working, which is good. Amazingness. Alright. So what does Wubba Lubba Dub Dub mean? Question number 8 now. Moving over to Adventure Time again. What's the name of the world where Finn and Jake live? Oh, we have Rock Ultra's answer in regards to how they're traveling in the US. This group that recommended Surfshark. They brought a van and converted it to a camper type van thing. A van type of thing. And are staying in that and going to each state and visiting landmarks. Oh, they're doing a massive road trip of the states. That is rad. Rad sauce. Good on them. So they used to travel the world as their goal is to visit each country in the world, but COVID has put a hold on that. The name is Karen and Nate. Oh dear. To have a name Karen right now, that's difficult. I do know a lot of good Karens, actually. It's just unfortunate that the whole memes and the Karen name that's now associated with people complaining to managers, that's unfortunate for all Karens, because just in most cases, there are actually good Karens in the world. Tornado Kid, welcome! Hello over on the Twitch feeds, good to see you here. We're doing some trivia on Adventure Time, Futurama, Bojack Horseman, and Rick and Morty. So if it's something you like, what I can do is copy the online form chat in there for you, into the chat. So all you have to do is submit answers there to each round, and yeah, play along and have a bit of fun with us. Good to see you and welcome. And if you do like this whole trivia thing, I do it twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Feel free to subscribe or follow me on Twitch. Now we can keep updated on all other stuff that I do here too. I also do some home workout videos and some video game streams. So good to have you here, mate. Welcome. There you go. Rock Ultra sent you a welcome as well. We've got a good little community here. So Tornado Kid, welcome. Good to have you as a part of it, mate. Alright, question number 9 now. Let's move into it. It's in your Futurama question now. What celebration was going on when Fry fell into the cryogenic chamber and was frozen? That's right. What celebration was going on when Fry fell into the cryogenic chamber and was frozen? Think of possible celebrations. And I mean, even if you've only seen one episode, this is literally from the first episode. So you'd only need to see the first episode to know the answer to this question. Which is very convenient. At least I think so. Lovely, lovely. Alright, one more question for this round, guys, and we're going to have a break, which is great for you guys, and also me. Break is great for everybody. Number 10 now, Adventure Time. What is the name of Princess Bubblegum's hamster? What is the name of Princess Bubblegum's hamster? So again, write these answers down. Don't put them in the comments, guys, unless you want to put some joke answers. By all means, joke answers are encouraged, but not real answers, no spoilers. And remember, when you're submitting the forms to me on your answers online using the form, make a copy of them because you will be self-scoring when we come back and go through the answers to the previous round after each break. Alright, that's how it works here. So Tornado Kid, keep a copy of your answers and then use the online form to submit them. Just come up with a team name for yourself, choose the round number that you're submitting for, enter the answers in the corresponding sections, and then click submit. Now there's also a question repeat section at the end of each round, so I know you just came in a little bit ago, so you maybe missed a few questions. They will pop up on the screen again, so that way you can have a look and have an attempt at answering them as well. That's what we do, just in case people miss them, whether they join late or they have to duck out to maybe use the restroom or something happens they need to attend to, maybe they're getting snacks. But yeah, what is the name of Princess Bubblegum's hamster? Question number 10. With that in mind, guys, that is the end of round 1. So again, question repeats coming right up, and then we're going to launch into a break. And again, on the break screen, there's a little puzzle as well if you guys need something to do in the break. If you've already got your snacks or your drinks and have used the restroom, there's a little puzzle in the break screen which is about a picture with 27 sayings involved in it. So feel free to comment on the different sayings that you see. And Alex, over on YouTube, welcome. Good to see you, mate. We're just finishing up round one's trivia questions. The question repeats are about to come up on the screen for you. And if you want, I can put the online answer form in to the YouTube chat for you. There you go. So open that form up, and then you can just submit your answers accordingly for round one. We're about to get the question repeats for you. So you're going to see that pop up, which is great. And then we're about to have a break. And there's a little puzzle that you can just do for fun while you're waiting in the break, which is finding some sayings in amongst the picture that will be there. So here come the question repeats, guys. Then a short break, and we'll be back with round one answers. Maybe you will be self-scoring, so when you submit your answers using the form, make sure you have a copy of them first before you submit. If you're using Facebook, send them to me via Messenger. If you don't want to use the form, that's okay as well. Either or works. And then we'll come back with the answers to round one before moving on to round two's multiple choice round. Thanks for being here, guys, and we'll be back soon. Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your break. Thank you to those who sent your answers through to me using the online form or the Facebook Messenger option, and good work for those who decided to play along with the break puzzle. I had a couple of ones submitted just for fun. There was a Kick the Bucket, and also Time Flies. Now, I'm not sure if others sent it in also with the actual chat. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. There we go. We had another one there. So yeah, I'm going to eventually keep track. Sorry, I am keeping track of all the ones that have been submitted, but because we have occasionally new people chiming in, I'm going to keep it up for a little while to see how they go in regards to figuring out those figures of speech that are included in that break puzzle. So again, good work guys on sending through your answers. I appreciate that. Just double checking that there hasn't been an update on that side, which is great. No worries. All good. Alright, fantastic. So, alright, added that last one in. So, team names that we have playing now, and don't worry, if you didn't get your team name submitted through to me this time around, you can add it to your next round submissions, or you can comment it as well. It's totally up to you. So, the team names that we have playing tonight are Looney Tunes, I Matey, Rabbit, Team Pigeon and Penguin, Team Rick and Bender's Great Drinking Team, nice long name there, and a collaboration of two shows. Then we have Wubba Lubba and the Benders. There we go. Alright guys, welcome to all of you, and thank you for being here and playing along. So what we're going to do now is go through the answers to round 1 and find out what the hidden word is before we move into round 2's multiple choice round. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Question number 1 was this. In Rick and Morty, what was the name of the park that Rick builds inside an Australian homeless man? Well, that was called Anatomy Park. Anatomy Park for number 1. Anatomy Park. Number 2 now. In what year was Fry born in Futurama? That was 1974. 1974. Number 3, Bojack Horseman. In the first scene of episode 1, Bojack is being interviewed about the success of the show, Horsing Around. Bojack says it's not what? He says it's not Ibsen. Now, Ibsen was he meant as in the playwright Henrik Ibsen. So that was the reference in regards to Ibsen, based on the playwright Henrik Ibsen. Number 4, there we go, we have some fun facts in here as well. Bojack Horseman, who was Princess Caroline's boss when she worked at Vega? Well, that would be Mr. Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon for number 4. Number 5 now, back to Futurama. What does Dr. Zoidberg trade all his stock in Planet Express for? That would be for a sandwich. Yep, he trades his entire stock for a sandwich. Craziness. Good old Dr. Zoidberg. Number 6, Adventure Time. Finn has one overwhelming fear. What is it? Well, that would be the ocean. The ocean. He has a fear of the ocean. For number 6. Number 7, what does wubba-lubba-dub-dub mean? In Rick and Morty, well, that means I'm in great pain. I'm in great pain. I didn't think that's what it actually meant until I had to look this up, so that's like crazy. There we go. Comes from someone who's seen the show too. Number 8, Adventure Time, what's the name of the world where Finn and Jake live? It's actually Ooh. O, just 3 O's. Ooh. Well, I'm joking because I was about to laugh at that. Oh dear. What's the name of the world where Finn and Jake live? My apologies, guys. Excuse me while I choke on my own saliva. That's pretty much what it is. So yeah, Ooh was number 8. Number 9. What celebration was going on when Fry fell into the cryogenic chamber and was frozen in Futurama? Well, that would be New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve celebrations were going on for number 9. And the last question was, in Adventure Time, what is the name of Princess Bubblegum's hamster? Well, the name is Science. She called her hamster Science. So, with that all done, ladies and gents, the bonus question of what is the hidden word? What is the hidden word? So, if you use the first letter of all those answers from 1 to 10, you should get the word... Not on this side, it's on this side. Animations. It was on the screen the whole time. Animations was the hidden word. There we go. A bit of a sneaky one. It was right in front of you guys the entire time. A 10-letter word right up there, above my head the whole time. Like a brilliant idea. Because, you know, when you have a brilliant idea, the light bulb comes up. Kind of like the word animations. So there you go. Hope you guys did well on that particular round. Remember, keep track of your scores. Because you're going to need that when we move into, obviously, the final rounds and all the rest of it. And you send me your final scores before I double check everything. But without further ado, let's move on to round 2 now. Round 2 looks a little bit like this. So it's a multiple choice round. So what happens now, there's a little bit of extra stuff on the screen. Questions are still going to appear down here. But on this side are going to be your multiple choice options. Okay? So the question down below, multiple choice options here. Multiple choice, it's still related to the 4 animated shows that we have here. Adventure Time, Bojack Horseman, Rick and Morty, and Futurama. So without further ado, let's get into it. New Music Inferno says, I guessed it, but had a lot of the questions wrong. Well, that's the beautiful thing about hidden word. You can sometimes work it out, even if you've only got a few of the actual answers. So that's good. So I'm glad you were able to get that bonus word, and you get a point for the bonus word, alright? So you get a point if you got the bonus word right, guys. So good work on that for those who did. Here we go. Question number 1, multiple choice now. In Adventure Time, what do candy people do when they are afraid? Is it A, explode, B, blush, C, eat, or D, laugh? What do candy people do when they are afraid? Do they explode, do they blush, do they eat, or do they laugh? A, B, C, or D? Now when submitting these, you can either put the multiple choice option, so A, B, C, or D, or you can actually write the answer down. It's either or is A-okay. Alright? So Adventure Time, what do candy people do when they are afraid? Explode, blush, eat, or laugh? Interesting. Alright, multiple choice questions for the win. Alright, on the stool here. Got the other stool with Risa's thing on it, but how low? Oh no, this keeps me actually at pretty much the same height. Fantastic. Although I'm slightly over to the right. Move over a tad bit. Get myself centered. Look at that, ladies and gents. And you don't even know that I'm sitting. I wasn't sitting before. I was totally standing. Alright, number 2 now. Let's move on into it. Futurama question. What did Fry's dad name him after? What did Fry's dad name him after? Now, Fry isn't actually his first name. To give you guys a hint for this who don't know Futurama. So, did Fry's dad name him after himself, the tech company, a screwdriver, or his friend Phil's lip? I messed that up. His friend Phil's lip. Now, if you know Fry's first name, you understand, I guess, B, C, and D, or maybe even A, because I forget what Fry's dad's name is, to be honest. But yeah. You'll understand the references to B, C, and D. His friend Philip. Phil's lip. His friend Phil, slip. That kind of gives you a hint as to what his first name is. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it, guys? See? in regards to puns. I made a horrible one as an answer. That's what I did. Horribly great is what I think. Those who actually know what the answer is. You're just gonna be like, oh, Jeremy, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Crucial. Having fun, that's what we're doing. And if I have to make a fool of myself a little bit along the way, so be it. Make you guys laugh, then boom. How hot the Earth was. Oh, puns for buns and fun. Puns for buns and fun, see? Fun buns, fun puns for fun puns for buns. I'm just trying to twist the way you wrote that to see if it sounds different. Buns and fun puns. That's brilliant. Just having a laugh with people's suggested names and stuff over there. Don't mind me. Number 3, Bojack Horseman question now. The man behind the horse. Who voiced Bojack? Was it Paul F. Tompkins, Will Arnett, Ken Jeong, or Stanley Tucci? The man behind the horse. Who voiced Bojack? Was it Paul F. Tompkins, Will Arnett, Ken Jeong, or Stanley Tucci? Boots for Tots. And Music Inferno says, I know this. Good man, Bojack Horseman. I've been told I need to check this series out as well, but you kind of need to be like, I don't know, in a good place, because it's like deep. Puns for buns and fun in a burger bun. Wow. We're getting the un-puns in there now. Puns for buns and fun in a burger bun. Oh, toots, not tots. Oh, sorry, boots for toots. You did write toots, sorry. I thought you wrote tots. My apologies. Boots for toots. Tooty booties. Booty tooties? I don't know. Maybe? Yes, who voiced Bojack? A, B, C, or D? Number 3 there. Number 4 now. Over to an Adventure Time question. The party god appears as what type of floating head? What? The party god? That sounds epic. Is it a cat, a wolf, a bear, or a duck? Cat, wolf, bear, or duck? For the party god, that's right, is a type of floating head, one of these 4 animals here. If you were to think of a party god, what kind of head do you think they would have? Tricky one, I imagine? Not a tricky head, I just mean the question's kind of tricky. Alright, but now that I know the Periscope stream's working too, welcome to anyone over on Periscope watching. Feel free to use the comment section to communicate with me. Mind you, it is the first time using Periscope, so I didn't know how this was going to go, but I thought I would broadcast over there. I've linked my Twitter account to it, so that could work as well. Adding a 4th platform, why not, I say? Why not? The more the merrier. Let's have fun here, guys. Number 5 now. Question number 5. Halfway through multiple choice. Futurama. What does Professor Farnsworth say is strange about Zoidberg? Is A, he wears sandals, B, he can talk, C, he's a doctor, or D, he has claws? Sandals, talk, doctor, claws. Sandals, talk, doctor, claws. Which one? A, B, C, or D? Professor Farnsworth says is strange about Zoidberg. One of these 4 things here. One of them. What is my Twitter? It is the People's Dwarf, just like my Twitch, my good man. Keeping things consistent and real. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, by all means, you're welcome to New Music Inferno, and anyone else watching too. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. By the way, I've left the window open this time to let some air in, so there is some random outside noises that just happen to like chime in. My apologies. If it gets a little bit too reckless or there's too much background noise, I'll go and close the window. But at the moment, it seems quite quiet. Quite quiet. That's 2 words with all the same letters in it, but they mean 2 different things. There's English for you. The English language, wonderful language, but can be confusing if you don't know what it actually is. Try teaching English to someone who doesn't have it as a first language, and you realize how difficult our language actually is to learn. I mean, there's other languages that are difficult to learn too, but English, when you think, oh yeah, it's totally easy, not necessarily, man. Not when it's your first language, if it's not your first language. Number 6, Adventure Time. What is the Earl of Lemongrab's classic catchphrase? Is it inconceivable, bazinga, underrated, or unacceptable? I'm trying to say that like some sort of catchphrase villain. Inconceivable, bazinga, underrated, I say. Unacceptable. Yeah, I just tried different voices to see how that would work. They probably don't match either of them, but some of them probably do. But yeah, one of those words is the classic catchphrase of Earl of Lemongrab in Adventure Time. Which one is it? New Music Inferno, I have 354 followers on Twitter. Thanks, mate. I think you just followed me. My phone lit up, so thank you if that was you. Or whoever it was, thank you. Appreciate that. Wish I had that much on Twitch. I'd be an affiliate by now. Bam. Slowly getting there. I'm up to 36, I think, at the moment. Once I get 50, I become an affiliate, which opens up some new doors and opportunities for me, which will be great. Just gotta keep at it with this Trivs. And some other stuff, maybe too. Alright, number 7 now. Multiple choice continuing. Rick and Morty, what is the name of Morty's crush? Is it Janice, Jasmine, Jacinta, or Jessica? Give you a hint, guys. Starts with J. Just like my name. New Music Inferno was me. I have only 14 followers. That's alright, mate. If you're not active on Twitter or if you're new to it, it's totally understandable. I've had my Twitter on and off for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years now, but I pretty much neglected it for like 5 years. So I've only just started getting back into it and using it again. I literally went on there and had to like unfollow all these random things that when I first started it up I was curious in and now I just don't care for. So it was like, wow, it's actually quite crazy of what I, you know, did follow back in the day and use it for. That's okay. Better late than never. But yes, what is the name of Morty's crush in Rick and Morty? It starts with a J. One of these 4 answers here, guys. Let me know what you think it is. Number 8 now. Another Rick and Morty question. Back to back Rick and Morty. Who killed Bird Person in a horrific turnabout during his wedding? Was it Beth, Rick, Tammy, or Summer? By the way, New Music Inferno, since this was you that recommended Rick and Morty, I think there's a bit of pressure on you that you need to get every single Rick and Morty answer correct. Otherwise, maybe this would be the first time I deduct points. Dun dun dun. No, not really, I wouldn't do that. Because you're a good bloke. In fact, everyone here's a good bloke. Or girl. Good person. Everyone's here is awesome. But no, a little bit of pressure on you because you did request this. So I'm expecting, my expectations of you, good sir, are high for Rick and Morty. Bird Person, no! Why? You have his Funko Pop. Good man. See, I knew you were a fan. You have a Funko Pop, you're clearly going to do well for at least the Rick and Morty questions. Good work, mate. Number 9, over to Bojack Horseman. Which character said this? I feel like my life is just a series of unrelated, wacky adventures. Was it Bojack Horseman, Todd Chavez, Princess Caroline, or Mr. Peanut Butter? Speaking of peanut butter, I have that in my whiskey right here. I didn't actually mix it myself, it's pretty dumb. Yeah, peanut butter whiskey may be my new favourite whiskey, not gonna lie. I'm quite a big fan of just having this on the rocks. Amazingness, seriously. If you guys haven't tried it, get it. Go for it. Try it. Look it up. Buy it. I think I got it for like 26 bucks US in the shop that I got. And you also have a Rick tattoo. Well done, New Music Inferno. You are quite the fan. And Rock Culture is back. Sorry to hear your internet cut out, mate, but I appreciate you coming back. And you will be here for question repeats, so you are totally A-OK, my good man. By the way, Risa's performing tonight too. I don't know if you caught that earlier, but Risa is performing tonight. She's actually playing keyboard and singing live. That's alright. She's upped her ante. No backing track. She's actually going to be playing and singing. Yeah, which character said this following quote, I feel like my life is just a series of unrelated wacky adventures in Bojack Horseman. And you say it most days. Good man. Oh. Come on, computer, don't freeze on me now. Yeah, but it just froze for a moment there. It was just because my computer temporarily, or at least OBS froze, but it should be okay. It's not saying that any frames were dropped, and everything's still green light on this end, which is great. So let's continue. Number 10, Bojack Horseman to finish it off. Where is the Sugarman family lake house that Bojack spent time when he was a child? Was it Chicago, Wisconsin, Michigan, or the Hamptons? 1, 2, 3, or 4. A, B, C, or D? And multitasking, yeah, mate, I know. She's a talented one. I mean, we all knew that already. Oh, Twitch has been going laggy tonight. Oh. Well, hopefully it's still a-okay on everyone's end. For some reason, with the Periscope open in the background, I can't actually pause that. But I don't know if I close that window, if that just, like, I don't know, if it closes the screen or what. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't even know. First time using Periscope, so guys, if you're viewing this on Periscope, my apologies for not knowing how this all works. But you know, it's cool, it's exciting, it's fun. Just checking out the screen for it now. That's all good. Alright. So that is question number 10, guys, which means question repeats coming right up again, just like we did in round 1. So if you missed anything, I need to double check your answers. This is your opportunity for that. Otherwise, you just get an extended break if you don't need them. So remember to submit your answers using either the online form or using the Facebook Messenger option if you're doing it via Facebook. Either or is a-okay. I will get notifications for both. And that's just to make sure that I can double check your answers and we both are great at math when we come to the end of scoring, which is great. That's pretty much what it's for. So, here come the question repeats, guys. If you need them, if you don't, then you can just have a longer break. Again, that puzzle will be up there again. John Rankin, you've moved over to Facebook now. Welcome over on the Facebook feed. Nice one, mate. So if you need question repeats, here they are. If not, enjoy your longer break, guys. And we'll be back with the answers very soon. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back again. Boom, round 2, and the break is done. So we're going to go through the answers now. Can thank you once again for everyone just sending through those answers through the form or on the Facebook Messenger option. You guys are rad. Now let's go through the answers, see how you all did. Remember to keep track of your scores. You're going to need that when you submit a final score at the very end of all this. So let's get right on into it. We're going into question 1, for round 2. Well, we got nail on the head and ace up your sleeve. In regards to the break question, again, the break puzzle, we have that 27 figures of speech. Travis has mentioned nail on the head and ace up your sleeve. Nice one, Travis, figuring out a couple more for the group. I'm going to keep track of if and how many we have overall, based on everyone's answers, and then maybe after a couple of weeks, if we don't have them all, I'll reveal the remaining ones that we didn't get, and then maybe try and find another fun break puzzle to do for everybody. So it's just a little bit of fun to do while you guys are on the break as well. Maybe you finish a little bit earlier than stocking up on your snacks or your drinks and all that kind of fun stuff. So it's just something to do in the break. A little bit of fun. So that's always good. Alright, so let's go through the answers now. What do candy people do when they are afraid? Well, what they do is actually explode. Just explode. That's what they do. So A, explode was question number 1. Number 2, what did Fri's dad name him after? Well, his first name is Philip. So Philip J. Fry is actually his full name. So Philip, he was named after a screwdriver. That's right, a screwdriver. So Philip, I also said the tech company because Philip's like, you know, the electronics company. And then his friend Phil's Lip. Phil Lip, get it? Get it? Get it? You get it now because it's Philip. His first name's Philip. That's what it was in there for. I know. I try and throw random puns or some weird jokes in my multiple choice answers because I like having a bit of fun and stirring some pots too. So there we go. Number 3, the man behind the horse who voiced Bojack. Well, that would be B, Will Arnett. Will Arnett is the voice of Bojack. Number 4 now, the party god appears as what type of floating head? Cat, wolf, bear, or duck? It is B, a wolf. He appears as a floating wolf head. That's right. Floating wolf head. Number 5, Futurama. What does Professor Farnsworth say is strange about Zoidberg? I'll get back to those first 2 answers, John, after I finish through this, and then I'll bring up 1 and 2 again for you. So I'll get to 10, and then I'll go back for 1 and 2 for you, okay? So number 5, what does Professor Farnsworth say is strange about Zoidberg? Well, he says he wears sandals. So it's not about the fact that he's a lobster that can talk and a doctor and has claws. It's because he wears sandals. He's number 5. Number 6, Adventure Time. What is the Earl of Lemongrab's classic catchphrase? Well, it is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I actually don't know how he says it. I forget. I probably should have looked that up and tried to mimic it. But yeah, it's probably something like that. At least the word is correct. Unacceptable. So yes, D for number 6. Number 7, Rick and Morty. What is the name of Morty's crush? Well, it does start with a J. Next letter is an E because it's Jessica. Jessica for number 7. Number 8 now, Rick and Morty again. And this is about who killed a bird person. Who killed bird person in a horrific turnabout at his wedding? That was C, Tammy. C, Tammy. So Tammy we're looking for number 8. Number 9, Bojack Horseman, which character said this? I feel like my life is just a series of unrelated, wacky adventures. Well, it was the character himself. Bojack Horseman was the one that said it. So there you go. Bojack Horseman was the answer to number 9. And number 10, where is the Sugarman family lake house that Bojack spent time as a child? When he was a child? Well, that would be C for Michigan. That's right, C for Michigan. That's not actually for Michigan, it's just where Michigan is situated in the multiple choice. So C, Michigan is what we're looking for there. And also, yes, go see Michigan. It's a nice place. I've been there. It's great. Went in 2013. And John for number 1 and number 2. So going back to those 2 answers for you, mate. Number 1 was A, explode. Number 1 was A, explode. And number 2 was C, screwdriver. 2 was C, screwdriver. There you go, mate. So there's the answer repeats. Look at that. I don't get that often, but answer repeats for John there. So again, if you do have any questions in regards to stuff, guys, feel free to drop them in the comments. Happy to answer them and address them accordingly if you need them. But otherwise, with that out of the way, we are now about to move on to round 3, which is a picture round. That's right, a picture round. And what is this? Headless characters? What? Yep, headless characters, guys. So what I mean by that is that it's going to be the rest of the body of these characters, just missing their head. That's what we're doing with the picture round is. So you're going to have to tell me the name of the headless character. Or characters. Now, depending on how many are in the picture, there may be 1 or there may be 2. If there are 2, I need you to name them both, and you'll get half a point for each. If there's just 1, then you'll get the full point just for naming the 1, okay? Make sense? So it's still 1 point per correct answer, but when it's split into 2, you get half a point per character for the double headless pictures, alright? So the way it works, Malcolm Metallic. And, oh, there we go. John is already helping out Malcolm with the answers. 10 was C, Michigan. Good work. See, and that's what the comments are for, guys. You guys can help each other out. Camaraderie. We always appreciate that here at Trivs At Home. Guys looking after each other, especially when there's regulars. Everyone's here knows each other. And for those who don't and are new, you're about to become part of this great team of people that we have here. Lovely people. Great times and good to have you here. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's go through the first picture round question, but for me to do this, I'm gonna have to duck a little bit over this way, like this, just slide, because we have a headless character here. Now, I'm not mentioning which show these ones are from, because they're pictures, well, I don't want to narrow it down too much. Again, the pictures are already kind of obvious in that sense, as long as you know roughly a little bit about the shows, so hopefully that'll help you out enough. So that's the picture round that we're doing. Can you tell me where I got my lights from? You know what, Rock Ultra? I'll have to ask Risa, because she was the one that got it. We got it online on Amazon, I believe. I want to say Amazon. They were a little bit pricey from memory, but I'll double check with, Risa. Or you can ask her when she comes on and performs a little bit later. And Rock Ultra says, is Team Mgoopin today? Yes, they are, but they've changed their team name. They are now iMatey. So Team Mgoop is still here, but they have a new team name. They are Team iMatey now. So there you go. Team Mgoop over on Facebook. You've had a mention asking if you're here. And Barbie doll? What? Barbie doll? Barbie doll? Like a Barbie? As in like... Oh, this one looks like a Barbie, I know, right? Barbie doll. Is that what your joke answer is for number 1, for naming this character? This headless character. Alright, number 2 now. We have this character. Can you tell me their name? This character, right here. Again, how weird is it without heads? Kind of like if these shows turned into zombie apocalypse type shows or something. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. I was trying to think of how to, like, mix up the picture around. I was like, what if I just chop off their heads? I was like, yeah, that seems cool. Oh, there's a motorbike. See? The window open. And we got a motorbike. So again, apologies. Hopefully we don't have too much of that. Otherwise I will close the window. There we go. We have some ambient noise. Number 1 fan here. It says Rock Ultra. Nice one, mate. Yeah, if you want to give either first name or full name, that is totally a-okay. So I want either full name or first name of the characters. Either or, you'll still get the point, but if you want to just, like, do it for your own purposes, by all means, go for it. Number 3 now, and this is the first one with our double whammy. Our double whammy. There are 2 characters here, and I want both names. Half a point for each name, full point for both. What we got here. Indeed, indeed. So name the characters. Again, can't tell you what show they're from. But if you've been paying attention to things that I've mentioned, you may know, because some of the questions previously have been relevant to certain characters that are featured here. Oh, that's so good. So good. Oh. So name the characters here. Number 3. Number 4 now. Another double whammy. A double whammy. Whammy! Name the characters. Half a point for each, full point for both. When it's 2 characters. If it's just 1 character, you just get 1 point for that character. A bit of a mix for both here. Ooh, I think the neighbors have like just turned on their AC or something. I can hear like some sort of unit powering up. I don't know why it's just started now. Like they should have had it on earlier in the day. It's cooler now because the sun has set. But yeah, name these characters number 4. Remember, if you don't know actually the names, have a guess. Because I mean, just looking for first names, and you could still potentially get half a point or a full point depending on whether it's a 1 or 2 character picture. Number 5, these characters here. Look at that sort of editing job. Look at that. Look at the graphic design skills on that guy. Yeah, that was me. That's called I just needed to cut their heads off, and that's all I was doing. And I circled around them with the Photoshop edge cutting tool, and that was it. Did I want to make it look pretty? Nope. That's what I'm doing. It's enough to work for this, and that's why I went with it. It's okay, when you get the answer image, it's bang on. It's good. But also, when I make the image like smaller and stuff and cut corners, it makes it easier to actually fit on the screen, so that's my reasoning for this. Otherwise it takes up more space, which means I can't use it as much, because I don't want to let it block into like these titles over here, or the text over on the other side, or the tip jar down here. So that's what it's there for. Alright, so again, there's 2 characters in this one. Number 6! Oh, we're back to a single character now. Back to a single character. Knockout says it's fine, keep the window open, it's very hot. I don't want you to be sweating. Surprisingly, I'm not sweating, which is great. It is warm, but I'm not sweating yet. I did just have literally a cool shower before we started this, so I started off fresh. But yeah, name this character here. Kind of interesting doing a headless like character. I think I've done one with like just the celebrity eyes as well, one round, and then like it's interesting coming up with picture round ideas. I was like trying to make them different, a little bit like fun, interactive, unique, special. So that's what this is. This is special, and you guys are special. Number 7 now, back to a double character. 2 characters, name them both. You know what, seeing these characters is making me want to watch all of these shows. Need to find out where I can watch all of them without potentially having to pay additional subscriptions for new services. So I'm hoping they're on the services that I already pay for. Seriously, how many streaming services and stuff are there now? It's just crazy. There's so many. So many. Yeah, name the characters for this one, number 7. Near the end of round 3, guys. We're getting through nicely. Number 8 now, another double whammy, and again another great one with my Photoshop circling trimming skills. Look at that. It's like, you know, when you trace around something when you were a kid in like those little trace books and stuff. And I mean, tracing's usually better, but then like this was like to kind of do with like a trace and then a cut around with like, I guess, an art piece when you'd be like cutting over a picture and stuff. This is what I imagined these were going to look like, and it did. So it would have been good if like the white was cut out. I thought I did because I thought I made it transparent and that way it was going to be cut out. But when I converted it over, it didn't appear transparent. I think it's because I saved them as a JPEG instead of a PNG file. That was my fault. I slipped up there. I think if I saved them as a PNG, that white wouldn't actually be there, so it just would look like a cutout. You know, the old arts and crafts days, or maybe you guys still do arts and crafts now. It's just you've got way better skills. Or maybe you guys got kids or younger brothers or sisters that do it. Obviously, hopefully, better than me. Unless they're like, I don't know, 3, 2. I want to be at least better than someone. And if that happens to be a baby or a child, then so be it. But if they're also better than me, then awesome sauce for them. Number 9 now, we've got this one. There we go, back to the normal trimming. Ooh, we've got Rock Culture, Apple TV, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, UK TV player, and probs more in the US. What's the UK TV player? I haven't heard of that one. I mean, obviously it's exclusive to the UK, but how does that differ to, I guess, the other ones like Netflix, Disney, Amazon, Apple TV? How does that, like, differ? Does it actually have, like, a whole bunch of random shows? Is it kind of like BBC and, the other UK networks, so to speak? Because we have Netflix, Disney, Amazon here. I don't think we have Apple TV. I don't think. Yeah, this is what going on, what I kind of use. They named this character here number 9. Almost at the end, guys. Pitch around. And lucky last. One of my favorite characters, I think, of all time. If you know who this is. But there's 2 of them here, actually. But one of these 2 is one of my favorite characters of all time. I think they're great. They're just hilarious. So good. When I reveal the answers, then you'll know what I mean. But yeah, number 10, name the characters here. Who do you think they are? Let me know what you think. And Anthony White over on Facebook, mate. Good to see you. Welcome, joining in. Feel free to play along with some trivia here. I've got pen and paper. Join in. Submit your answers online using the online form in the link. It's in the description and the actual video title. Especially on the Facebook side, so. But if you also need access to it, I can post it again in the comments. That goes for anyone who's new or just chiming in. Alright, so that is the end of the Name the Characters round, guys. So that means we are all A-OK and done with the pitch round. But again, question repeat time. That's right. So on the screen, it'll be 1 to 5, 6 to 10 of the pitches once again, just in case you need them. If you don't, then you just get a break earlier, because question repeats, then we go into a break. We come back, go through the answers, and then we have the confidence round, the last round of the night. And a little bit different for the confidence round, I've themed it. Yep. Why would you do that, Jeremy? I don't know, because I felt like doing something a little bit different for you guys. So it's actually going to make the confidence round a little bit easier for you guys. It's pretty much, in fact it is a multiple choice confidence round. Alright, so there's big points up for grabs and it is multiple choice. That's going to make it even more interesting because it means it's up for grabs for everybody. So when we get to the confidence round, I'll explain how it works and how it is going to be multiple choice this time around, based on, again, the 4 shows that we've been doing here. But in the meantime, here come the question repeats for this round that we've just been doing. So if you need them, that's awesome. If not, send your answers through to me once again and enjoy the break. And we'll be right back with the answers to round 3 and then launching right into our final round. Confidence round, round 4. Catch you soon, guys. the window open the line. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you all once again. Thank you once again for sitting through all your answers to round 3. That's super awesome. Now let's go through the answers and see how you guys did. Remember, you're going to be self-scoring, so keep track of your scores for me for when you submit them all at the end, and I'll be double checking to make sure the math is all correct. So let's get right on into it with the character, well, the headless character, sorry, the picture round. So, who we have here? We have this character here with her head chopped off. Now, what I can do is actually give you a full image with their head attached, if that helps. So, if you look at this person here, that's them with their head on, and it is exactly, actually, Princess Bubblegum. Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time. Princess Bubblegum. There you go. And she was mentioned in previous questions, so there you go. Now you have a face to the name, or a head to the name, because we've now given heads over. Alright, we'll put the heads back on. Number 2, this character here, number 2. Who do we think this is? Well, if we attach the head like so, you will see that it is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Number 3 now, we have the first double character for the round. First 2 characters, so remember half a point for each correct one that we have. So, let's get a good look at them with their heads on. We have these 2 characters right here, and this is Professor Farnsworth and Dr. Zoidberg from Futurama. So hopefully you guys had at least one of those. If you had both, bang, full point for you. If you only had one, half point. So there you go. Yes, Rick Sanchez, John Rankin says, over on the Facebook chat in relation to question number 2. Here we go, number 4. We have another double character around here. Someone with long hair, someone wearing a red hoodie. Did you figure out who these were? Well, if you know their faces here, then you'll know that they are Diana and Todd from Bojack Horseman. Diana and Todd. Bojack Horseman characters there. Number 5, my beautiful editing here with the white background because I forgot to make it a PNG image. That's right. Well done, Jeremy. Craziness. So these 2 characters here, if we put the heads back on them and see how great my cutting job was with the rest of the picture intact, this is indeed Jerry and Beth from Rick and Morty. So Jerry and Beth from Rick and Morty. Number 6 now, back to the individual characters. And if you may have noticed, it has a similar background to another character, which was that Princess Bubblegum. It's because it's from the same image. I just cut 2 of them out of the same image. So the full image of this lady right here is there. And this is Marceline the Vampire. Marceline the Vampire from Adventure Time. Marceline the Vampire. Number 7 now, back to the double character question. So, did you figure out who these 2 characters were? Well, here's them with their heads attached, and that is Amy and Hermes from Futurama. Amy and Hermes from Futurama. Number 8, another double character question. Did you figure out who these 2 characters were, or even just one for that half point? Well, here's them attached with their heads, and that is Summer and Morty from Rick and Morty. Summer and Morty. Number 9 now, moving over here, we've got someone leaning over something, looks like they've got a phone in their hand, wearing like a jacket and a sweater. Well, we'll put their head back on them. It's, oh my god, it's someone with a horse character. Wait, what show do we know like that? Oh, that would be Bojack Horseman, because that's the actual character. It's Bojack. Bojack, right there. Number 9, and the final question for this round. These 2 characters here, they're saluting something, but their heads are being chopped off. See, this one actually required me to go around their hands as well and chop off their heads still, but still have their hands in the salute. That's all right, I want to get a little more detailed on that one. But again, should have made it a PNG, not a JPEG. Forgot about that. Slipped on that, but that's okay. All good. But these 2 characters are from Futurama, and it's Zap Brannigan and... wait, Kif. That's right. Zap Brannigan and Kif. Zap Brannigan is hilarious. If you haven't seen Futurama, watch it pretty much just for him. He's completely stupid, but he's hilarious, and you should watch it because he's a great character. He's hilarious. But yeah, Futurama. You should watch all these shows anyway. I mean, I've only seen 2 of them. I need to actually watch the other 2 because I've heard they're also great. Hence why they were included for the trivia here. But yes, we obviously need to do that. Alright guys, so that is round 3 done. Hopefully you guys did well with your points for that particular round. And I'm going to launch into round 4, which of course, for those who have played before, it is the confidence round. Confidence round is usually 10 random questions, and then you're going to be ranking your answers from 10 to 1. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, or 10 being the most confident, 1 being the least confident. Why do I need to rank my answers, Jeremy? That is a great question, whoever wants to ask that. Or maybe you didn't, or maybe you were thinking of asking it, and that is a great thought of a question to potentially ask. So I'm going to give you an answer just for thinking about asking me this question. So why you want to rank the answers you ask? Well, the reason is because if you put whatever rank score you put next to all your answers, there is the potential points you'll get for that particular answer. So for example, if you put a 10 next to question number 5, answer number 5, your answer to question number 5, and you get that correct, you get 10 points just for that question alone. Now, you can only use each rank number once. You can't just put 10s next to all of them. No, that's cheating. You have to use each rank number once. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hence why it's called the confidence round. You need to put the rank numbers confidently next to answers that you are confident that they are correct in. And for those that you're unsure of, that's where you put your lower numbers. So you like sacrificing the low numbers for answers you don't know. And then for the most ones that you do know, you put the higher numbers on it, pretty much, alright? So the points are given based on the ranked numbers. You can get a possible 55 points just in this round alone, guys. And the special thing that I've done for the first time for this particular round, post the link, I can definitely do that for you. Rock Ultra, no worries, give me 2 seconds. I will post the form link into the chat for you. And again, if anyone else needs the answer form link, I can post that in the chat. Actually, you know what? I'll put it over here because then it goes to 3 of them at least. And then Facebook, I can go put it in manually. An awesome picture, John Rankin, of You're My Best Buddy with Rick Sanchez and Birdman. It actually popped up in the restream chat. That's really good. I didn't know that was going to actually accept images, which is interesting. So that's really cool. But yes, so the way it's going to work this time, usually it's 10 random questions from anything. First off, we're narrowing it down because it's questions about the 4 TV shows that we have included, which is Rick and Morty, Futurama, Bojack Horseman, and Adventure Time. But I've even narrowed it down again for you. And it's pretty much turned into a multiple choice round. By that is that all of these questions are going to be quotes. They're all going to be quotes from one of the 4 shows. You need to tell me which show the quote is from. Alright? So that's what I've done. I've been a little bit more generous with this round. It's the first time I've been super generous with this kind of round. Because you can do the confidence round because it's big points. The questions are a little bit harder. But you know what? I wanted to have a little bit of fun, and I felt like being nice and helping everyone out to make it an even playing field in case you don't actually know all of these shows, or maybe you only know one of them pretty well, or only 2 of them. This is going to help everyone out to kind of even the playing field a little bit more because it's now multiple choice. So you could potentially guess your way to victory, which will be great. So remember the 4 shows: Rick and Morty, Futurama, Adventure Time, and Bojack Horseman. Alright? Those are the 4 possible answers that you need for each of these questions. They're quotes. The questions are quotes, and you have to tell me which show they're from. Alright? Love it. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're excited. This is awesome. Well done, Jeremy. I wish I was playing instead of hosting. I know. See, I'm talking to myself. I'm going crazy over here. Don't worry about that. Here we go. Question number 1. The quote is this: "My story is a lot like yours, only more interesting because it involves robots." Which show is it from? The 4 shows that this trivia is about. Which show is this from? Rockholder says, "Cheers, Jezza. You are welcome, mate." John Rankin says, "Legit. Ooh-wee." You're welcome as well. In fact, you're all welcome. I'm happy to help out. Have a bit more fun, even playing field for everybody. As we're here, have a bit of fun with trivia. Ooh, getting to the end of my whiskey. That's great, because we're getting to the end of the trivia, so that makes sense. "My story is a lot like yours, only more interesting because it involves robots." Which show is this from? Number 2 now. "Bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro." Try and say that 5 times fast. "Bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro. Bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro. Bad biscuits make the broke..." Nope, got to 3. I couldn't even get 3 without bumbling that up. You guys give it a go. See if you can say this sentence 5 times really fast. And tell me honestly, come on. If I'm doing it publicly and making a fool of myself, I want you guys to tell me honestly how many you get. You know, tongue twisters. That's always great fun. Can't remember the 4 show names? You know what? I will post them into the chat for you. That's what I can do. I can post the chat, the show names into the chat. So I'm just going to write these down. And then that way you can save them and reference them if you need to. No worries, I'm posting them in the chat for you now, Travis and Julie. So bear with me for a second. I'll copy them over. Those are the 4 show names: Futurama, Rick and Morty, Bojack Horseman, and Adventure Time. And just like the online form, feel free to like copy and paste those maybe onto a notepad or just onto your phone or whatever you're using that you can keep track of. And then that way you have them accessible. I found it difficult to try and include them on the screen here because there's a lot of text for this particular round, because we have the confidence round explanation, we have the normal trivia text, we have the round information, we have the theme up the top, we have the questions down below, we have the logo there, we have the tip jar over here. I probably could have maybe tried to squeeze them in there, but they would have been really tiny, so I'll just say them if you need to, but I've also put them in the chat windows for all of you, so hopefully that's all a-okay for you. Oh, it didn't send to Twitch for some reason. You know, with restreams, sometimes it actually lets you, in the actual chat window, for restream, I can comment there, and it sends to 3 of the 4 platforms. It sends to Twitch, sends to YouTube, and sends to Periscope. But for some reason, Facebook wants to be different, and I have to send it separately. Typical Facebook, you gotta be all different and weird and think you're special. Just cooperate, man. Be cool. Just like, play friendly. Everyone's a team player. Be a team player, Facebook, is what I'm saying. Team player, come on. Team player. So yeah, bad biscuits made the baker broke, bro. That's the tongue twister for that one. Number 2. Tell me what show it's from. Number 3. Nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. We're all going to die. Come watch TV. That just sounds weirdly horrible. Also hilarious. Although, also kind of scary with the whole COVID situation right now. Just come watch TV because we can't do anything else. No one belongs anywhere or can go anywhere. No shops exist because everything's closed. Oh, that's scary. Except the all going to die part. I don't like that. That's not good. But come watch TV. There we go. Come watch TV. Yes, nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. We're all going to die. Come watch TV. Tell me the show that it's from. You got a 1 in 4 chance of guessing, guys. And remember, you still need to rank your answers. Still need to rank them 10 to 1. Alright, question number 4 now. And I believe, Risa, we just got a comment about voice acting thing.
I'm sorry?
If you look at your phone, babe, there's a comment about a voice acting thing we submitted for. Number 4. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. Nah, on your phone, Messenger.
Oh, that's Julian.
Yeah, I know. He messaged us.
Yeah.
And congrats to us, because he's choosing us for his voiceover thing. So that's cool. That's right, guys. Risa and I just got cast as a role for a little voiceover gig. So that's exciting. Very happy. A couple of friends of ours, so that's awesome. Very excited to be doing that. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. Which show is this from? Oh, by the way, Rock Ultra, in answer to your question about the light behind me earlier, we did, as I mentioned, I think we did get it on Amazon. Risa confirmed that. I'll actually go into our Amazon purchase history and find out exactly where it is, and I'll send the link to you, mate. So that way you can see exactly where it is, how much it is, all that fun stuff. Alright? So, and if anyone else is interested in the light that we have projecting on the wall thing that we have set up behind us, if anyone else wants a link to the actual light, let us know and I will send it to you. Mum says congratulations, and John says congratulations. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Alright, number 5 now. Let's get into it. You're letting your brain dial turn your fear volume up. You get that? You're letting your brain dial turn your fear volume up. That actually sounds like a really cool quote. Dude. Bro. You're letting your brain dial turn your fear volume up, man. Don't let your brain dial turn your fear volume up. Gotta turn that fear volume down, bro. I don't even know if that's how any of the characters in any of these 4 shows actually talk. I just added Surfer Dude to it, and that's what I just went with. I have no idea. I know the actual answer, but I don't know if that's how they actually talk. John Dragon says, I need a sweet green screen. You know the green screen, this is... I mean, you can get a green screen. They're also super fun too to mess with. But these are just like divider panels that we've got that are just like a white sheet of paper with the what are they called, babe?
So these are just
brain farting.
Yeah, these are just panels. They're foldable panels.
They're just foldable panels. Yeah, there's 3 in the foldable panels that we just put up. And because it's got the white paper on it, we can project anything onto it from behind. Yeah. So
it's very, very thin paper.
Yeah, super thin. So it's super light.
So it's convenient. Great. You can project anything.
Yeah. So it was Reese's idea, I believe, to get this projector light. We had another laser light thing that we had, which I got years ago, but that's kind of like more...
Not as pretty.
Yeah, not as pretty. It's more... Not really for this. It's more for just like having this like kind of like a disco light ball thing. But not for like projecting stuff onto this. So we looked up this one, and this is kind of like you're in space and whatnot. We can tell you do the shopping. Yeah, I'll totally do the shopping. Dude, I totally shop. But this was her idea to get this thing.
I think that was sarcasm.
What?
I think that was sarcasm.
Yeah, I know. I know, I totally get that. That's what I said. I said it was totally... I was admitting the fact that I knew he was being sarcastic, and it was totally your thing. I shop sometimes, excuse me, Rock Ultra, usually for like, I don't know, stuff for myself. I don't know. No. I left this to her. Actually, no, we both decided on this one. We both decided on which one to choose for this.
Yeah, because I had you look over my shoulder to get...
Yeah, that's right. She needed my permission,
Well,
is what that translates to.
No.
Shh. Guys, you didn't hear her say no. Shh. Alright, let's get to the trivia again. Keep going. Valentine's Day is coming. Oh crap, I forgot to get a girlfriend again. See, I also did this because I feel like I'm promoting these shows by having these great quotes. So, if you guys haven't seen these shows and you like these quotes, when you go through the answers, make note of it and go like, you know what? That quote sounded pretty funny or really cool or serious or interesting. I'm going to check it out, and by all means, do it. I recommend all 4 of these shows, even though I haven't seen 2 of them, but I'm only recommending those as well because people have recommended them to me, and I trust people. I trust people that I'm friends with. There you go. I trust most people. Most people are pretty trustworthy. Peanut butter whiskey, Rock Ultra says. Yes, indeed. Stop blaming my whiskey. I'm always this entertaining, good sir. Whiskey just adds like a peak to it. Yes, Valentine's Day is coming. Oh crap, I forgot to get a girlfriend again. Maybe I'll have that one in the Valentine's Day. If I'm still doing this in Feb. Actually, I think I do want to keep doing this, even when the world opens up again. I kind of still like doing this. It's fun. I enjoy this. It'll just depend on my availability, but I really do want to keep doing these, even when the world opens up again. Number 7, bit of a longer quote. Why 12 steps? Nobody wants to do 12 of anything. Did you see 12 years a slave and think that's a short number of years to be a slave? And now we went from funny to deep. We went from funny to deep. That could be a hint in regards to the shows. If you're going to try and guess, if you know maybe some are funnier than others, or one's maybe deeper than the others, there's a bit of a hint. I usually try and give a hint in the confidence round. Yeah, why 12 steps? Nobody wants to do 12 of anything. Did you see 12 years a slave and think that's a short number of years to be a slave? That's deep. As I keep reading that, it just keeps like getting deeper. That's crazy, man. Yeah, tell me what show it's from. That's not true. Everyone wants to sing the 12 Days of Christmas. Well, God, that is amazing, and that is so true. I love singing 12 Days of Christmas. Trying to do it in like one breath as well, just to like 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 mates. Oh, I forgot it because I got too excited and tried to do it in one breath. But can anyone do it in one breath? The whole 12 Days of Christmas in one breath. That should be a, like, you know, one of those random challenges that people put on bloody YouTube and Facebook? Like the stupid ice bucket challenge and the stupid, pretty much all the other ones were stupid. I want to see if there's a, maybe I'll try it. Although we just missed July. I could have done a Christmas in July challenge. Maybe I'll bring it up as we get towards December. No one steal this idea before we get to December. I'm trying to theme it. And seeing if we can do the 12 Days of Christmas in one breath. And that's the challenge. And then you can tag all your friends in it. And it's spreading Christmas spirit. Because it's all about the Christmas song. That is a cool challenge. That's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try it. You know what? I'm going to do it. You guys can hold me to it. I've set it on video. This stays up on multiple platforms. You guys can hold me to it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start it. Alright, number 8. Now listen. I know the two of you are very different from each other in a lot of ways. But you have to understand that as far as Grandpa's concerned, you're both pieces of SHIT. Now listen. I know the two of you are very different from each other in a lot of ways. But you have to understand that as far as Grandpa's concerned, you're both pieces of SHIT. Rockhoff just said, just try it, but ain't going to try it again as I don't want to be in hospital for low oxygen. Just have someone on standby to give you mouth to mouth, and resuscitate you. That's what I mean, like, people with the ice bucket challenge, didn't they have people that, like, I don't know, freaked out, I don't know about heart attacks or something, but, like, didn't people have bad reactions or, like, injured themselves and all the rest of it? Like, those are physical injuries. This is just you passing out and then waking up again. So just put pillows all around you, or just do it lying down or something, or have yourself propped up, or with a friend to catch you, and then try it. And then if you pass out, do lack of oxygen, give it a crack. That would be a great challenge if the world is still in lockdown like it is now. That's actually a good point. Maybe I'll try it, even though it's not July. I'm going to actually see if I can do it first before I try it, because I don't want to fail. I want to be successful at it and then do it. Because I'm pretty sure the ice bucket, like all those challenges, people are at least successful when they first attempt it and get people to share it. They don't fail miserably. Because if people fail miserably, they're like, well, I don't want to do it. You didn't even do it properly. It's just dumb. But if you are successful at doing it, then they're like, challenge accepted. Legend, wait for it, dairy. That's right. How I Met Your Mother. Number 9, another bit of a long quote here. Now, who can tell me the common denominator of these two fractions? You don't know, or you're just bored? Hey, listen. You know, if we're all bored over here, wouldn't the common denominator be you? Ah, that is a burn. That is such a burn. I love it. I was excited just to read this quote because I knew it was a burn. So it's two different people talking, hence the dash. So the first person, now who can tell me the common denominator of these two fractions? You don't know, or you're just bored? Other person responding. Hey, listen. You know, if we're all bored over here, wouldn't the common denominator be you? But, burn. Sick burn. Back to funny ones now. Name the show. Futurama, Adventure Time, Rick and Morty, or Bojack Horseman. One more after this, guys. One more. Confidence round. Remember, you don't have to rank your answers until you've got all of them written down. Don't rank them too early. Because this last one, you may actually know it and be like, oh my god, I should put 10 on this one instead. John Rankin says, can I tell you who said it when you give the answer? Of course you can. I can't give you any bonus points because it's the confidence round and it's only the rank score that you put next to the actual answer, and if it's correct you get those. I can't give you bonus points, but you can get gloating points and be like, you know who it is or what it is and who said it, so that's totally fine. By all means, you want to throw some extra knowledge in your answers, go for it. I appreciate that. I like fun facts, and extra knowledge is always welcome. Number 10, how can I put this? Imagine if the Holocaust happened every 4 years like the Olympics. I would rather that happen than your rock opera. Oh, another burn. That's 2 burns. That's 2 burn quotes. 2 burns. How can I put this? Imagine if the Holocaust happened every 4 years like the Olympics. I would rather that happen than your rock opera. Sick burn. Total burn. Again, now when you see what show these quotes are from, and if you enjoyed them like I did, I recommend you watch them. Okay? Now, as always, we are at the end of each round when we get to obviously number 10 for whichever round we're in. So we're at the end of the round. You now need to go through and rank your answers 10 to 1. 10 being the most confident, 1 being the least confident. You're going to use each ranking number once. When you're using the online form, just submit them. When you enter your answer, put like a space, a comma, a dash, and then put the rank number next to it so I know what value of the rank number you're given to each of the answers when you submit them. Otherwise, if you use the form and don't put the numbers in there, I don't know what rank numbers you're given. So when I'm trying to double check your score, that makes it difficult. So make sure you please include your rank numbers next to your answers as you submit them and write them in. Whether it's on the Facebook option, if it's in the Messenger and you're just doing it as a text option or a photo, make sure they're written next to it. Again, the online form, put it like a dash or whatever next to it too, and that'll work for you. Karina, welcome over on the Facebook chat. We just finished round 4. I mean, question repeats are about to happen, so if you want to try and get a possible 55 points for the question repeats round, all you need to do is tell me what show out of Futurama, Rick and Morty, Bojack Horseman, and Adventure Time the quotes are from. Alright, so question repeats are about to happen 1 to 5, 6 to 10, and then we have a break. We come back, go through the answers, and then while I'm double checking the scores, Risa Mei is going to be up here performing for all of you, which is amazing, and she's playing live on her keyboard and a mic, and everything's fantastic and awesome. So yeah, hope you guys are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, here are the question repeats. We'll be right back with the answers after the break.
Poster child, walking like Jesus.
Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you again for submitting your answers through for round 4's confidence round in relation to Rick and Morty, Futurama, Adventure Time, and Bojack Horseman. Hopefully you guys got your answers in. Some big points up for grabs based on your rank answers if you are correct. And Sneak Clover over on Twitch, thanks for joining, mate. Good to see ya. Unfortunately, in answer to your question, no, I am not Megamind, but I would love to have voiced him because I would be lovely rich because, yeah, I believe that was Will Ferrell who voiced him. And unfortunately, my voice is not Will Ferrell, so I cannot say that I am Megamind. But I do appreciate the compliment. I appreciate that, mate. And, yeah, we're doing some trivia if you want to check out how this works. We do it every Tuesday and Friday evening from 7 PM PST, depending on where you're viewing this from. And if it's something you do like, feel free to follow me on Twitch and be updated on whenever I do go live with either trivia, home workouts, or some video game streams. But in the meantime, let's go through the answers to round 4's confidence round for the trivia round. Finishing off nice and strong. That's right, big points up for grabs for everybody. We are now going into the quotes for... You gotta tell me which show this is from. And good work there, Risa, with the comments. I appreciate that. Alright, so the quote. You have to tell me which out of the 4 shows this quote is from for each of the questions. My story is a lot like yours, only more interesting because it involves robots. The show that's from is from Futurama. Futurama! So if you had Futurama for number 1, bam! Points for you! Whatever rank score you put next to it, congrats. Number 2, bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro. Again, tongue twister. Try and say that 5 times fast in a row. I think I got to 2.5 and then I failed, but by all means, give it a crack. Bad biscuits make the baker broke, bro. That's from Adventure Time. Adventure Time is number 2. Number 3, nobody exists on purpose. Nobody belongs anywhere. We're all going to die. Come watch TV. And yes, New Music Inferno, Futurama was for number 1. Number 1 was Futurama. Number 2, Adventure Time. Number 3, which is this one, Rick and Morty. Number 3, this one, Rick and Morty is the TV show this quote's from. Number 4, before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. I should have seen the view from halfway down. Again, that sounds like a deep quote too. Bojack Horseman. Bojack Horseman for number 4. Number 4, Bojack Horseman. Number 5 now. You're letting your brain dial turn your fear volume up. You're letting your brain dial turn your fear volume up. This is from Adventure Time. Adventure Time. Remember, guys, if you like any of these quotes, the show that they're from, by all means, check them out. They're great. They're all great shows, and I plan on checking out the 2 that I haven't watched yet. Number 6, Valentine's Day is coming. Oh crap, I forgot to get a girlfriend again. This is from Futurama. Futurama for number 6 there. Number 7 now, why 12 steps? Nobody wants to do 12 of anything except the 12 days of Christmas, like Rock Ultra said. Did you see 12 years a slave and think that's a short number of years to be a slave? Again, another deep one, Bojack Horseman. Bojack Horseman for number 7. Number 8, now listen. I know the 2 of you are very different from each other in a lot of ways, but you have to understand that as far as Grandpa's concerned, you're both pieces of SHRT. That is from Rick and Morty. That quote actually is quite longer and goes a little bit longer, but I couldn't fit it in the question box, so I had to shorten it and cut some of it out. So it actually is a continued quote, because if you know anything from Rick and Morty, Rick loves to just run on a tangent and spiel. But yeah, that quote is actually longer, but I made it so it fit just here, and it still was pretty funny. But yeah, so Rick and Morty, number 8. Number 9. Now, who can tell me the common denominator of these 2 fractions? You don't know, or you're just bored? Hey, listen, you know, if we're all bored over here, wouldn't the common denominator be you? Oh ho ho! Snap! That's right, mic drop. That's also from Rick and Morty. Or Goldenford and Morty is, I believe, the teacher's name. And Morty for these, so the 2 characters. Rick and Morty TV show, Goldenfold and Morty are the 2 characters that say these. So number 9. Thank you, New Music Inferno, for your Rick and Morty knowledge. This was your trivia suggestion, by the way, to have them. So I'm glad that you're dropping in some extra Rick and Morty fun facts. And number 10, how can I put this? Imagine if the Holocaust happened every 4 years like the Olympics. I would rather that happen than your rock opera. I was about to say rock ultra. That's not you. No. I'm sorry to include you in this quote. I meant rock opera, not rock ultra. That's funny. This is Bojack Horseman. So Bojack Horseman for number 10 for this one. For that also, sick burn. Alright, there we go. Will we have a break before Risa sings? No, Risa's about to come on right now. So usually we have a break and that's when I'm adding up your scores and stuff, but here's what's going to happen. Now that you guys have got the answers to that last round, what you're going to do is go through and add up your final scores for me. So you're going to add everything up, add everything from round 4, and then round 3, 2, and 1. And then submit your final score to me. Now, if you're using Facebook, just send it to me as a Facebook message. If you're using the online form, there's actually a really quick, easy way to do it. In the round selection part, where you've been choosing which round you're submitting for, in that same section, there's a submit final score. And then the next checkbox underneath is enter your final score. And then all you have to do is go down to the bottom and submit it, and that's how I get a copy of it. Now, while you're doing that, and I'm double checking your scores, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome once again, Risa Mei!
Hello! I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm super far away from the screen today.
Oh, I'm going to turn the brightness up so you can see a
Yeah,
little bit.
I'm
and
also
maybe
super dark
brighten
back
her
here.
up a little bit too.
But let's try and tilt the camera down a little bit.
Tilt the camera down, I can do that.
Yes, and
So-
I think I'm gonna
Hang on,
shift.
I'll do that with both hands.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shift the microphone over. That way you guys can hopefully hear, because we have the
No,
audio.
just tilt the actual.
What's up? Hey.
How's that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah?
I think that'll work. Yeah. So,
Sorry, I wasn't the way. Let's try and get the focus to drop onto you. Did that help at all? Bring you in focus
don't
now that
know.
I've gone?
but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you're looking focused now.
Yeah.
It works.
I think that's fine. But anyways, oh, you guys can't see the pretty blue lights here on this side. But that is a-okay. Yeah, so this is my keyboard.
That's a keyboard, guys.
Say hello to my new baby.
There you go,
right
the
here.
Akai
The
MPK249.
Akai. Yes. So, I'm going to do a little bit of a sound test, and you guys can let me know if you are hearing the piano on your end, because we actually have that coming through via speaker. And hopefully my singing will reach the microphone, because we're trying to pick up both the audio from the keyboard from the microphone and also my voice. So let's see. Can you guys hear that?
Seems like it's coming through okay up on here.
Yeah.
It's about the same volume as my voice when I'm talking, so actually it's
Okay.
louder from here. So yeah.
Is it
Go for it.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a little bit.
I just wonder if it's gonna be too loud. So let me, maybe if I shift the microphone over that way, it's
I can turn the volume down
maybe.
from here. Doesn't pick up as much. Mind you, I am further away from what I usually am now, so.
That's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah.
Could you get rid of the template at all? Oh, yes. Actually, you know what? I can.
Oh.
That's a good suggestion,
Hey,
Rock
that's
Ultra.
awesome.
Bear with me a moment.
Rock Ultra, you the real MVP.
I'm going to probably play with a little bit. Actually, no, I can do it in the preview, and then I can figure out which one actually works.
Fantastic.
So the bottom template, nope. 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 No. Yes.
There we go. Oh, that's
And
perfect.
Voila! Look at that. Now you can see my face,
Yay!
my
I know
eyes.
you guys can see Jeremy's face now, or
Woo.
half of his head.
Actually, let me
and
get rid of the tip jar for a second too. And then we bring that back up at the end.
okay, yeah, that's perfect.
There we go.
That works.
Bam!
Amazeballs.
Nice one, Rock Ultra.
Thanks for that suggestion.
Good idea on the suggestions. Thanks, we don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
We're here to perform.
Yay! All right, so since this is an animation night, unfortunately, I don't have a song from any of the animations that were part of the theme tonight, but I do have a song for you guys from a different animation. It's a show that both Jeremy and I watch. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with My Hero Academia,
Woo!
but it's a beautiful song from My Hero. So, yeah. So I'll go ahead and play that for you guys. to be. If we'll be united, we're stronger together. Always have the high hope, not all for one, but one for all. Don't worry about a thing, we'll reach out to you, even if it's a hard way. It's plain to see the reason why. Oh, that's all because of the mighty heart. Remember, it's just natural that we'll be there if you need help far across the distance. Rest assured that our faith just won't die. You know we have to sacrifice ourselves, whatever they may say. It's plain to see the reason why. Oh, that's all because of the mighty heart. Remember, it's just natural that we'll be there if you need help far across the distance. Rest assured that our faith just won't die.
Woo!
There it is.
Man.
Yeah, I love that song.
Love that
It's
song.
a very, very fun song to sing, and Bieber, totally Bieber, right? One day I'll get there. But yeah, so I think this is my second time actually accompanying myself on the piano while I'm singing live, so it's definitely different. It's a whole coordination thing, and I'm probably one of the most uncoordinated people I know, but hey, I mean, practice makes perfect, right? And I've practiced for a while, so yeah. Still working on this.
Pretty sure that was amazingly coordinated. I'm just gonna
Thank
say
you.
that. But
Thank you,
not
thank
gonna say I'm
you.
biased at all because she's my lady, and that's one of my all-time fave songs from an amazing favorite anime of mine. Not biased at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
But yes, no, absolutely amazing. I love the fact that she was able to do that. The
Yeah.
perks of having a wonderfully talented lady such as Risa that can sing songs that I really like, which is great. So
it's really fun, and I love it. So anyways, yeah, so thank you guys so much. It's lovely to be back here again with you all. I will be back again next week on Friday, hopefully with another song that I can accompany myself with. It's gonna be a challenge for me now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and stay consistent with this. So
well, it's all standard now. You got your pretty keyboard that we've included in. We know how to like change everything off so that everyone can see your keyboard as well as you.
Yeah.
And Akai MPK249, if you want to happily sponsor us, we're like, dude, your keyboard's right there. Look at the talent, man. Yeah, by all means.
I would love that. But yeah, anyways, it's lovely seeing you guys. I'll let you all get back to it. Thank you for having me back here. Good luck with the scoring.
Always a pleasure having Risa here, guys, and I'm glad. I'm sure you guys thought the same way too, which is awesome. And now, because I turned the brightness up, I'm super bright now too. Let's just nudge that down just a tad, maybe like halfway. That works. Alright, guys, so again, that was Risa Mei, absolutely amazing, talented artist. If you want to see more of her, just hit up Risa Mei on any of the old social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Well, Love Risa Mei, I believe it is as well. If you need any of her information, just hit me up in the comments and all the rest of it, and I can get that to you so you can follow her social medias and keep up to date on the amazing things that she posts and songs and performances and voice acting stuff and whatever else. So that's always there for you guys if you want to. But now, let's get right down to the scores and how you all did in regards to tonight's trivia. Oh, just realized the mic's still right here. Now you can see it's right here. This is the mic. Well, this is the filter. But I'm going to try and move that slightly out of shot, just so it's a little bit further away so it doesn't feel like I'm yelling at you all. Alright, so now we have the scores for everybody, guys. So let's find out how you all did. So, starting from first place, we actually have 1 Point Wonder with, guess what? Drum roll, 1 point. So 1 Point Wonder, I'm not actually sure who you are because you got your team, your score submitted maybe somewhere in round 4-ish. But thank you for joining, whoever you were, and awesome to have you here. Feel free to play along next time. We do this every Tuesday and Friday. Just click that follow or like or subscribe button on either the YouTube or Twitch or wherever it is that you're viewing this from, and you can stay up to date and either continue your streak of the 1 Point Wonders, or you can maybe get more and get involved. But again, appreciate you being here and thanks for playing along. So 1 Point Wonder on 1 point. Then we have Matey on 16 points. So again, well done, a regular team there. Followed by the Benders on 22 points. So congratulations to the Benders. Then we had Looney Tunes, alias Goop. So look at that. Looney Tunes is trying to borrow, aka steal maybe, the Goop team from Matey. So the fact that Matey gave up the Goop name, now Looney Tunes is using the alias of Goop. So we have some camaraderie, or maybe some friendly competition. I don't know. But yes, they got 25 points, so well done. Followed by Wubba Lubba on 37 points. Well done to them. Slowly getting higher up in the points, guys. Which means second place goes to Rabbit on 43.5 points. Nice work, mate. Nice work. That's my brother, actually, so I should say brother. But mate also works. We're Australian. That's how we talk. There you go. Reese's Jr. on 2 Trav. Look at that. Not biased at all. Family and all that kind of stuff, pretty much. Alright, and then the winner for tonight's trivia goes to Team Rick and Bender's Great Drinking Team on 72 points. Congratulations! Victory, gloating points, and considering this was your actual idea to have Rick and Morty, I added 3 other shows in there, and you still smashed it with points, mate. So job well done. Job very well done. And I don't know if you guys actually noticed, but if you go back and look over all your answers, there's how many questions? There's 10 questions per round, minus the bonus question. But there were exactly 10 questions for each show in the entire trivia. I had 10 for Bojack, 10 for Rick and Morty, 10 for Futurama, and 10 for Adventure Time. But I split them up over the 4 rounds in different categories and all the rest of it. So everybody got a fair share. So there we go. And again, check out those shows. They're amazing shows. Well, at least the 2 that I've watched. I've heard the other 2 are also amazing. So I'm going to check them out personally as well. But until then, super rad sauce. You guys are great. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you were new and checked it out for the first time tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. We had some amazing trivia. We had an amazing performance from Risa Mei. Mei, and she does this with me every Friday, which is great. So definitely tune in to the trivia on Friday if you want to see some live singing as well. But we do the trivia on Tuesday and Fridays at 7 p.m. PST each and every week. We change up the trivia theme every time. We have the schedule up actually in the break screen and the end screen and the countdown screen, so you can check what's coming up. So maybe if you have friends or family that like whatever themes are coming up, you can get them involved, get them on your team, or maybe do some friendly competition and compete against them. By all means, this is all public. You can share it with people on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and even Periscope now. But I still need to figure out how Periscope works because it's the first time me using it tonight. But that's fun. I'm glad just to give it another platform to get out there and share the love of Trivs at Home. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I've been Jeremy, aka the People's Dwarf. You guys have been awesome. I've been awesome. Feel free to like and subscribe and keep up to date with my next videos. But in the meantime, have yourself a safe and wonderful and fantastic weekend. And I'm sure I will. And I'll catch you next week for a wonderful trivia session kicking on from next week on. Until then, stay safe, guys. Love yous. See you again soon. Bye, guys.